Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. So this one is because a lot of folk lately have been asking us about why we like to, work with other food joints. And I've made mention in other videos that, I think, that places that make food should not really think of themselves as being in competition with each other. And that, folks should, consider working together, for the benefit of everybody. Now, thing is, see, I've lived in a place in the States, in Massachusetts, called Cape Cod. Many of you may or may not be familiar with Cape Cod, but if you've ever heard of Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket, well, to get there, usually you got to go to Cape Cod first, right? And launch, on boats and whatnot from Hyannis. Anyway, Cape Cod is a real super touristy place. And when you live there, you see that during the summer, the place gets really packed. And in the winter, it's very, very quiet. Well, the majority of businesses out there make their entire year's revenue during the summer months, So, it's a big thing for tourism and stuff like that. And a lot of folk even have summer homes there and things like that. Well, here in Clacton, it's virtually the same thing, because it's a, big tourist place and all. And for me, my philosophy, I think to us, was confirmed when this year there was a lot of folk that were coming and catching us at the Robert Burr. And they were saying to us that they had been to us before when we were at like Jaywick Lane and elsewhere, and they're back in Clacton and they're coming back. They came back to Clacton to have some more of the food. Well, that's the thing, so if, all the folk that ever came here to visit went back to wherever they're from, telling folk about how good the food was wherever they ate out here, it would be the kind of thing that I think would make more people come. And, in the short run, if not the long run, or vice versa, whichever way you like. But in the end, you'll end up having more folk coming through, and spending their vacation and holiday money and that kind of thing here. And all of us that make food, would do well. So, that's my philosophy. And, I think, again, I come in the States where we have places like that are called food courts, where you step into one and there's like 10 different, places to choose from to eat and stuff like that. It just makes people, that's where they want to go, especially when you're with groups, because everybody in the group don't want the same thing all the time. So, these folk can get what they want, these folk can get what they want, and that kind of thing. So the more food you got in one place, the more the folks tend to go there. So I think it's a good thing. Shout out to Balkan Bites, because I've seen some of the stuff they got and I want some. And, shout out to Pera, the new restaurant down the road from us, because, we hear their food is good. And yeah, these are places I want to go check out. I want to go eat, because I like good stuff. And, we know everybody else does too. So yeah, that's basically just it, is that's our philosophy. And, that's my reasoning why, because I do believe, like I said, it's a good thing and it's a good thing for everybody, and again, if everybody came to us, none of our kitchens would be able to handle it all. So it's best that we all, work together and pull together, and back each other up, So besides, things are just nicer that way, All right. So with that, I hope everybody has a great one. Enjoy.